Hello, Serge here from the Backyard Driving Range. All right, we got a question that came in at customer service, and this one is from Jay Aladas. And Jay says, "Dear Serge, love your backyard driving range." Yeah, I like it too, but it's really changed. When I first started here 20 years ago, the backyard beyond my fence back there, which is about 150 feet from me here, was solid range. Had cows out there. You could hear them mooing all night if you had your windows open. And now it's development is coming in and tightening up on me. This house is back there about 200 feet, 50 feet from where I'm standing right now. They're building up solid on this side of the street, so I now have neighbors back there. So I really got to make sure I don't miss that net, because that net is right in line with a house up there. So I got to really make sure I'm accurate on these nets. But anyways, we still have the backyard driving range. So love your backyard driving range emails. I save them to a special folder and refer back to them often. That's a good idea to do. You can do that. We have a lot of Sergites who do that. And a lot of times if you go on the forum below the daily, some of those guys will be on there. You ask a question, they'll be on there, and they'll go into their folders and pull up stuff and actually recommend to you exactly the video to watch. And there's like over 2,000 of them in the library of videos that you can access through the search engine on the main website, front page of the main website. It's the search box is right below the picture of me and DJ up there. Your recent one on distance raised questions in my mind about the role of the shoulders. I noticed that your left shoulder did not come in front of your chin, as is recommended by many teachers, maybe due to flexibility of your surgery. He's referring to the fact that I've had 2 open heart surgeries, which has really taken away, I don't think it affected my flexibility, but it's really affected my strength and my club head speed. Because I've never really been that flexible. I remember hearing Ian Woosnam say that the shoulders were the engine of his swing and were the reason he hit it so far for a little man. I bet you he was also pretty darn strong. He had probably more like Popeye arms. And I guarantee you he had phenomenal twitch muscles. Another guy like that is J.B. Holmes. J.B. Holmes isn't much bigger than me, but you ought to see his arms. And I once asked him, I said, "Have you lifted weights?" And he said, "Never have, never will be, never had to. I've always been long." So it's obvious he's got the right genes, he's got the right muscles, and he's got fast twitch muscles, because he finished #1 on tour in driving distance last year in a number of years in the past. And like I said, he's not much bigger than me, if as big as me. A little bit more stocky, but he could crush it. He said, Ian Woosnam says the engine of the swing was the reason he hit the ball so far, because of his shoulders. As a senior golfer, losing distance, can a washing machine type action be consciously used with the PPG swing to help increase range of motion and gain distance, or are the shoulders just along for the ride? Your comments, please. Thanks, Jay Aladas. All right, now, I just got to assume what this washing machine effect is. I imagine that a washing machine, if it's going like this, is just kind of a little turning this way and turning that way, and that I guess we could call that a washing machine effect. But remember, let's get back to the premise of the peak performance golf swing. The peak performance golf swing is a little bit of turn and a lot of lift in the backswing, and then just a little turn and a lot of lift in the forward swing where we finish straight to the target. So the point is the arms are connected to the shoulders. The shoulders are connected to the torso, the chest, and down to the hips, and then the hips are connected to the legs, to the feet. So it's all a connected network of muscles and bones. All right? There's a little bit of turn where as we start the club back on a one-piece takeaway, lifting the club up into the catcher's mitt. We want a little bit of turn. We want the wide knees outward pressure. That resists all of this, the old day about go for the big turn and you got to lift your foot and kick your knee in. That's what throws the spine and everything off. We want to maintain a quiet spine. If we start right here, we want to get there and it's still there. So it's not about a big turn. It's about a lift. And when I lift, as he said, my shoulders don't get underneath my chin, because if I do that, I got to be so far turned my back to the target that my shoulders might be pointing out there. All right? They turn just a little bit. I actually feel, if this is my bicep right here, when I get here, my chin is touching the shoulder side of my bicep. It's not getting anywhere near my shoulder. All right? So it's just a little bit to there. and I just lift up to there. So we can have a little bit of turn. My knee moves no more than about an inch. In fact, many times I have to work on the fact that I can get so stable I don't turn at all. And I got to make sure that I at least get a little bit of turn so I can, load into the right leg, get that sit or sink, and then I can push off of it. So the shoulders are the stabilizers for the lifting of the arms and the hands and the club. All right, so I lift it up here, I come down, and then when I swing through and I lift it up here. I really believe the engine of my swing starts with my center core here, because that's the stabilizer. But in the end, the whole option is what? To swing the arms faster. Swing the arms of the club faster. That's the ultimate power source based on the stability of the body. If the body's moving all over the place and moving too much because your legs and feet are moving too much and you're turning too much and you're getting in the sacred burial ground, you got to get out, you're very likely going to end up going in on that side. We just stand there, intermittent up the tree, swing the arms fast, the old swish test. All right? The power really comes from swinging the arms faster. The whole world's telling you all the power comes from the body. No, my body stabilizes me. And then I swing my arms faster. It's just like throwing a baseball. The pitcher gets up on the mound, he winds up, he gets back. It's all about, he can throw a ball with a lollipop ball at the plate, and he can throw a fireball at the plate. Just how fast he accelerates his arms. Same thing for quarterbacks. And anybody throwing the ball. Saying the power, ultimately, club head speed is what hits the ball farther. And club head speed comes from arm speed. And arm speed comes from a quiet, stable body. The more quiet and stable you can take this, make just the right amount of movement, the quicker you can accelerate and swing your hands, pull your hands down. Which I really say is, I swing up to the tee finish. I don't try to pull them down. I want to bring them down straight up to the finish. My goal is from here to get to there as fast as I can in balance. Okay, hopefully that clears up a lot about where does power really come from, especially in the peak performance golf swing. The body's quiet, so we can swing our hands and the club, arms and the club faster. That's where you get it, because it's ball head speed, club head speed, which creates ball speed, and that creates distance. That's it for the search for today, and I'll be speaking with you all again soon.